All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a treat for you guys. We have a special edition episode tonight. But before we do all that, you know how we do? We have to clear the energy and the air around here. And drink our big waters. Also, if you guys like the content, like, share, and hit those notification notice. If you want to be part of the show, you can hit us up on our website, www.thedisciplinetherapypodcast.com, or hit us on our email. The business email is ssotomayor0307 You can always DM Mr. Discipline and I on our social media. And am I missing anything? We're on all major listening platforms.
You said the email for the
I said the email, not the info. I didn't do the info one. www.
info at eldiscipline.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right. So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we know you're fiends, and y'all know what that means. We're serving you a dose weekly of discipline therapy where everything is completely free. See, if you subscribe, there's no monthly fee. It's free. It's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or roll a blunt. But the main thing is make sure the children are in bed. Why? Because we have some soul food and vulgar conversation. Prepare your mind to be fed. Flight one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
we're here.
Yo soy Leon. See it?
Yeah, I do see it. Very nice.
Yeah.
And you always switch
Lion
up when
joint.
you do the chest pounding.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
not supposed to be doing that.
Just you?
Unanimously.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Unanimous? No, not unanimous. So you in unison.
Oh, okay. I just jumped on that. My bad. All right. So today we have a special edition episode.
And special guest callers.
And a special guest caller. That's right. The special guest caller is on the line. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Ooh, so
Welcome, right? It's like
soft
candy.
voice.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited.
All right, Ree, how you doing?
But how you
I'm
know she
doing
wanted to
well.
have her name?
You want to be anonymous, right? Or you want to state your name?
No, I will state my name.
Of course she wants to state. You know why she wants to state her name? Because she has a podcast.
Oh, well.
She is a
Yes.
female African American. If I want to be politically correct, I don't know if you're mixed with anything, whatever.
Oh, I'm black. I'm black to black.
Yes,
All
Black
right.
African American female entrepreneur.
Hey, big up
Yes,
to you.
yes. So of
Hey,
course she's not gonna be anonymous.
Of
You know what I'm
course
saying?
not. Silly me. My bad.
We need to get you some clout. You know what I mean?
Some more clout. Ew.
Yeah.
So, Ree, where are you from?
yes. I'm from Atlanta, the ATL, baby.
Ew,
All right,
Atlanta.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes.
So Ree, I follow her. We follow each other, and she actually has a lot of funny things that she posts
I saw
on
your
Instagram,
page, yeah.
and I always share her posts and put them on my story. And it could be an array of things, mainly like social issues.
Mm.
So there was a couple of things that I've shared. One was I saw a video. It was like a repost from a TikTok video of this guy picking up this young lady. So he picks her up, and then he's like, "Hey, how you doing? You look greater in person." And you know which one I'm talking about, right?
She's already
Yeah.
Googling.
and she's like, and the little girl's like, "Oh, thank you, you too." And he's like, "Well, you're really not dressed for a date." And she's like, I'm just here for
Oh, the honesty.
for free food.
The honesty one. If people were more honest. Yeah, that was a good one.
And then he's like, she's like, I'm just here for the free food. He's like, I bet. He's like, so after that, you gonna come over with her? Nah, I don't really do that on the first date. Oh, okay, no problem. Pulls up the car, park. I'm gonna drop you off right here. Okay. Yeah, no beat, no eat, no eat, no beat, something like that, or no
Yeah.
beat,
No
no eat.
eat. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
And she was like, "All right, nice to meet you." Yeah, unfollow me. And then
That's how it should be.
and then rewrote in her caption, "What if we were all dishonest?"
Right? Wouldn't that be weird?
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So I was like, "Yo,
yes,
she has a lot of great
Good
things. I
content.
wanna, like, pick her
yeah.
brain. I wanna bring her on." And plus she's, person of color. So, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mhm,
So, bring her on, and then she had, like, some, a single mother one. It was like a video,
mhm.
and the guy is outside with her, and she's like, I got, like, 4 kids," and he's like, "Damn!"
Oh, I saw that one
And then
too.
he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Yeah, he said
it."
you look good, and she's like, "Well, I got 4 kids." I saw that
Yeah.
one too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, you got
so
that good
Exactly.
you
content.
should be
Thank
on it,
you.
man. Be
Yes, I
on it.
try to. I
I
try
always
to.
be saying the best type of content doesn't have that many views. You don't
Mhm,
know about them. They're not there, but it's the best type of content, best type of
Yeah,
conversation. So
definitely.
that's what we're
yeah,
trying to do. We're trying to bring this type of stuff to light. So,
yes.
today's topic is dating single parents in this modern era.
Mhm,
So I want to
mhm.
ask you, do you have children, married?
Yeah. Yes, well, actually, I'm divorced. I got divorced in
O-
2019. I have one
okay.
son.
Okay, one
He's
son.
17. He about to be 18.
Okay.
So right now, yeah, I'm a single parent right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So, have you seen any type of difficulty in this modern era? Like, I don't want to assume how you are. Like, I don't know if you're
Mhm,
traditional
mhm,
or modern.
mhm.
But
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that I haven't seen anything. Well, actually, as far as like my son is older, so of course I'm not bringing the person I'm dating to meet my son. I gotta see what type of person they are. So we always meet out. We'll meet on a date. I'll drive there or whatever. So I haven't had a problem. This has only been like 2 years. I just started dating really recently. I haven't had that problem, but I'm sure if I had younger kids, I would. But my son is older, and
Mm.
Mm,
he's very active. Like he has a job. He's in sports, so it's
yes.
not like I have to
So
cater to him.
right, or like take care of him or rush home to help with homework
Right.
or anything. So let me ask you, when you did start dating after your divorce,
Mhm.
and they would ask, oh, do you have any children? Did you
Mhm.
see did you see, like, when you said, oh yeah, but he's 18, or they more was their reaction more like, oh, okay, good, phew, he's older, he doesn't have,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was that way.
They
It
were like,
was
oh,
that way
thank
because
God.
he's I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead.
I'm gonna say because he's almost at the house, so he's not here. So they were
Right,
like, okay, it's not no little kid or whatever. And my son's about to go to college, so it's not like a distraction. If it was, it wouldn't come between me and my date or
right.
whatever.
Okay.
However, when I did have a guy, I started to like a little bit, and I let him meet my son. He didn't know my son was as big as he was. Like my son is like a football player, and the guy was kind of like smaller. And he was like, "Your son's tall."
I'm
Like,
scared of your son.
yeah. And my son has a poker face, like you don't know if he's happy or sad. So
Mm,
he was like, and,
overprotective.
yeah, he is
Mm,
very overprotective.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause he was like, "Mom, I'm too old for a stepdaddy. Just know that." I was like, "Okay,
Mm.
You're like, all
okay."
right. Is it harder for you with him being older? Like, does he give you problems or pushback or anything about you
Um,
dating?
yeah, he just feel like he don't really want me to date. It's like he want me to be single forever.
Your kids sound like my kids.
Yeah. So yeah, he's not really with it because he was like, "You going on a
Mm.
date tonight?" Like if I tell him I'm going out tonight because I
So
always give my son I share like where I'm at, like if it's gonna
right,
go
right, like
down.
on your phone and stuff. That's smart because
Right.
you never know what's out there
Mhm.
now. So what do you think the
Exactly.
pros and cons of dating while being a single parent?
Well, the pros, if that person has children, I could see how they are with their children.
That's
Like, you know what I
true.
mean? Like if we're going on dates and stuff, it's like, well, and he has maybe custody or has them to see how I want to see how he deals with that. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
me, I only have one child because sometimes the guy might have couple children, multiple children, and
Mm-hmm.
then different baby mamas and all this stuff, whatever. So me, it's been harder for me. I feel like the male nowadays, and I'm dating men with multiple children. They have so many, drama. So it's
Yeah.
like flip flop. It's so different now. Like I don't know.
Right.
I
That's
should,
what I thought too.
yeah,
Would you
exactly.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Would you be inclined or willing to get married again if you found the right one and he had the same mindset?
Absolutely. I do want to get married again.
More children and
It's
go ahead.
no children. No, no, no.
No more children.
No more kids.
Okay.
She was like, I'm
One
done. My
and
kid is
done. Yeah.
19.
One and done.
One and done.
Okay.
Okay, exactly. Like, no, no, thank you.
Imagine starting over at that at with you have a 19-year-old and you have another baby. How would you feel? How would you
Mm,
do with that?
Do you
I don't know.
it would what would be your preference if you could have it? A man who doesn't have children and everything you want as far as sexual arousal and relationship aspect of a man mindset, ambition, right? Success, or
Mhm.
maybe height, and no children, or if he has a couple of children, couple of baby mothers, um, very successful.
Mhm.
The height that you want as well.
Mhm.
A leader. What would be your preference? Would
Well,
that guy be off limits? A deal
no. To
breaker?
be honest with you, I would prefer the guy who have children. Just
Mm.
Really?
because, so because we'll be on the same like page as far
Right.
as like our
Yeah.
responsibilities, and we have children.
Right.
Okay.
So
Right.
I need to see what his priorities lie. I don't want a guy who don't have any kids because I
Ah.
don't want any more. So it's like
Yeah. And if you get with somebody,
I
he
don't want
might
him to
want
like,
one. Yeah. That's a good.
yeah, like I'm not trying to go through that. Like,
Yeah.
no, he needs to be having his children. I would prefer his children be older, like mine's, or or adults. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want
Right.
any
What's
guy
the
with some little kid,
What's the
like
youngest
2 and 3 year olds.
What's the youngest that you would want them to have their kid? Like what was the age?
Possibly 16 or 15.
Grown already. Yeah.
Okay.
Because when they're little, first of all, when they're older too, but when they're little, they're not going to be as let me see what's the word I'm trying to say. They don't want to deal with me. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
like,
Right.
like
They have their
she's
mom.
not my mama. Yeah.
Right. Right. Have
So
you encountered that?
I have.
Mm.
I dated a guy, and he had his daughter. He didn't have custody, but he had her all the time, and she was 6 years old. And when I met her, she was a nice little, cute little girl, and then she became mean.
Wow.
Yeah, because she was she was his baby girl, so it was attention towards me. And she was
Mm.
like, I don't like who this new lady is.
Yeah.
Like, no.
She's like, I'm the princess, sweetheart.
Exactly. And she is absolutely the princess. I want her to have that.
Right.
So you said you wanted marriage. That's equate to family. Hmm.
Hmm.
Eh, so the guy would have to have kids for you to want to get married to him.
We have a blended family. His kids, my kids, blended.
That's nice.
No,
Yeah.
not childish. Childish.
I'm gonna
Childless.
say this: if God wants me to have another baby, then
It'll happen.
I'll have yeah, then I have it.
That's a good mindset. There you
Yeah.
go. There you
But
go.
I'm not seeking it though. Like I don't see like let me have one more baby before this.
Okay.
Right.
Do you believe men approaching single moms with the intention of still wanting to provide, protect, and build a future and accept their child or
Hmm.
children? You believe modern men?
Yeah, it's a lot of men like that. You know what I mean? I just feel like they don't get magnified. But it's a lot of
Okay.
men that's
Mm-hmm.
willing to take you and your children. Like they know that if I gotta be with you, yeah, I gotta accept everybody. And that's your
Mm,
Mm.
children. And you
okay.
gotta love me like you gotta love my children like they're yours. And I gotta
Mm.
see it because I'm observant. So I'll see
Uh,
how you treat my children. And I'll
okay.
ask them to like the energy to be really good. Like so
Right.
if they're
Uh,
not really feeling each other, like can tell me, they'll tell me my kids well, I only have one. He's very honest.
okay.
So,
That's good.
you
And
know,
it sounds like you have a really
yeah.
good relationship with him too.
So,
Yes,
oh, okay.
we're both best friends.
Oh.
So when you're meeting these guys, you're asking them the right questions that are subjective for you, I guess. That's
Hmm.
what that means.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, from your own observation, is there an ethnicity or race that you've witnessed who are more single parents than others? Or no, you think everybody's the same?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I know it sounds bad, but it's really the African American community that I've seen because
Mm,
I'm in Atlanta, so I'm in around. This is
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate City, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So it's predominantly black.
mm,
You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And when I see other races, and I see like they're in their families and they're married and they go hard for each other. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's a disconnect because I'm not. I know they have their issues in their races as well,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it's just in my particular race, we see it more
Why
because
do
we
you
see
think
what
that
these
is?
no father figures, nobody in their family. To me, no home. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I had my mother and my father was very fortunate, and I
Mm,
have 2 brothers, and they're both are married. You know what I mean? So I think they saw that. They
Mm,
mm,
saw marriage. They seen what it was. They didn't have nobody tell them they "No, I wouldn't get married." Like, they didn't have a
right.
negative,
Thought
like,
about it, right?
outlook on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I just think that I wish it was more fathers and then mothers too, because
mm,
mothers, single mothers, unfortunately, they paint a bad picture to me sometimes with the children's father, or just like,
Mm-hmm.
she's not married and he's not, like, they're very negative with that. So
mm,
as a kid, you're like, I don't want that. I'm
Yeah.
good. Like, you
Yeah.
don't want to go through that drama.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
That's true.
Hmm.
Now, do you think more women and men emerge to hustlers and work? What do you mean emerge?
Yeah, do you think they just like the phoenix from the ashes arise
Oh.
to hustlers and work to be millionaires because of their children, or are they following celebrities?
They're fallen celebrities because, let's be
Mm,
honest, everybody's not gonna be a millionaire.
mm,
Millionaire, you know what I
yeah.
mean? It sounds good and looks good, but a lot of us are working nine to
Yo,
fives, and we have businesses, and it's hard work.
realest
You know
shit
what I
she
mean?
ever said.
Hmm.
It's
Realest
hard
shit she
work.
ever said. And as an entrepreneur, it's even
Mhm.
harder. It's
Exactly. You
even
never get
harder.
rest.
I don't believe these
Yeah.
entrepreneurs that are like, yo, I just started my business a year ago and they're making six
And now it's
figures.
booming. Yeah.
Yeah, they're lying.
That's either you're a fraud, you a scammer,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mhm,
probably fucked for money,
mhm.
or you know what
Or
I'm
you
saying?
you got money given to you and you're not saying it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
part. That
Yep.
Yeah,
part.
because think about it. To build a brand, right? To build a brand
Mhm,
and really see capital coming, it takes
mhm.
5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least minimum
Yeah.
10.
Mhm. That's that.
That's right.
So
But last year was the PPP loans. There was a lot of stuff, so you
yeah,
can't finesse the system and look like you got it going on.
yeah.
But you
Yep.
see, this year it's kind of quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's
Yep.
true.
Yep.
It's a little
Yeah.
quiet this year.
Yeah.
So
Why
I
is
understand.
why is it easier for a single dad to get a mate long term quicker than it is for a single mother?
Well, to
Or
be honest with you, I'm sorry.
no, or do you not agree with that statement? Do you think it's
No, I agree with that.
okay?
Women tend to just okay. So I'll say we all know, but it's a really in Atlanta. I say that like the percentage of men to women, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
it's really like 25 to 50 women to one man here. So when you
Wow.
find a good man, like who wants to get married, and he's a single parent, like you look at him, you adore that, like okay, he's a single father. I can
Mm-hmm.
help him.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get married, so it's just easier to me for the man because he has more options.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And women are gonna try to compete to get that man. You know what I mean? Because they don't care if he has a child.
Do
They're gonna
you
see that they're gonna be that great stepmother, a bonus mom.
yeah, a bonus mom. I like that. I'm a bonus mom. Do
Yeah,
you
so they can get that ring.
do you
You know what I'm
think
saying?
that single mothers um will tend to or will be okay with sharing a man more than single women who don't have children?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I don't agree with that. I only say that it's a few polyamorous relationships that they're okay with that because it's more of a business type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all have children with that same man. However, a lot of women, to me, I know a lot of like, they don't want that. They don't want their
Mm-hmm.
kids to see that.
So you don't
Like,
you wouldn't want that.
no, absolutely not.
So if
I have
I
mostly men in my family. They would go off on me, first of all.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. They wouldn't want me to share my husband, my man with another woman, like, openly. Like, that's not how I didn't see that. I don't that's not
That's
me.
not something that you're used to.
how old
No,
are
it's not what I'm used to.
Right.
I'm possessive. I know it sounds messed up to say that, but I'm very possessive.
That's not
So,
bad to say. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
that's
you
kind
know,
of that's kind of
I'm not
masculine.
sharing.
That's kind of
Huh?
masculine. But to
Yeah.
each their own.
Yeah.
How do you mind me asking your age, or did you ask me that?
No, I didn't.
I'm 43.
Okay, you look good for your age.
Ah,
Thank you. Hey,
Black don't crack.
you sure don't.
Oh
black
shit, I
don't
thought you were like
crack.
32.
No,
Sex.
43, baby.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so where you are in your life and your age, do you feel like you're gonna get with a man everything that you want in him, maybe high caliber, and he's not gonna have somebody in his life or two?
Okay, what was that last part of that? He's not gonna have what in his life?
He's not gonna have somebody in his life or two.
Like somebody else.
Oh, so he wants a second partner?
Right.
Do you think you're gonna find the man? You think you're gonna find the man of your dreams being remaining single?
Hmm. I mean, possibly anything's possible or whatever. I'm saying like the man of my dreams
Hmm.
is not. He's not gonna be out in the streets. That's not what I want. I
All
don't
right.
want nobody who wants a lot of women or who
Let me
feels like
ask
they
you a
need that.
hypothetical question.
Mm.
Okay.
Let's say we were into each other, you and I, and I have a woman or two in my life, and I say to you, you know what? I want to make all of you wives. I want one to have kids with all of you, so everybody's gonna be under one roof. And if that is not an agreeable thing, if it's not congruent and people want to live in different households, I'll take care of different households. However, there's a stipulation. No niggas gonna be in there, you're not gonna be dating, etc. So I say, everybody lives in one roof, whatever it is, you're not gonna have to worry about finances. Bills will be taken care of. You're not gonna have to worry about sex. You're gonna be provided for that. Education, protection, security, guidance, empowerment, everything that you need as a woman will be fulfilled. Would that be something
Mm,
appealing or not appealing?
it's not appealing to me.
Mm,
It's not appealing to me when you multiple women. It'd be different if I say this. If he was like you were like, okay, I'm gonna make some. I want you guys to be my wives. I don't want like two, three, four women. Like I just can't.
okay,
I can accept maybe one. And I'm gonna say that because a lot of us are doing that anyway and don't
okay,
even know it.
And don't
You know
even
what I
know it.
mean?
Yep.
But not a whole bunch of them. I ain't got
okay,
time.
Not
I'm a
like,
leader. I'm a dominant woman.
okay,
So I don't want all these women like, cause I'm gonna have to be in charge.
okay.
mm.
That's
You're like, I
fair.
have one son.
Yeah,
I don't want three daughters now.
that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Got
fair.
you.
exactly.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
cool.
Now, do you think are single parents more physically appealing than just single people without children?
Physically appealing?
Yeah. Like, do you feel like, well, do you feel like single parents have to work out more to keep in shape to so that they
Yes.
can? Okay. She's like,
Mm,
yes, yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Yes, indeedy.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
It's hard out here now, and a lot of people are working so much and stuff like that. They have to put some type of exercise in there because I'm very active. Like, so if I'm dating somebody, you want to be active too.
okay,
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
okay,
saying? My energy level is high, and I can't deal with somebody like, oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Yeah,
Like, no, I
right.
can't.
You got to keep up with me.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right.
That's why there's a lot of cougars out here now.
There sure are.
Yeah.
Are single parents undervalued?
Yes.
Okay.
What makes someone undervalued? What do you think that
It's
is?
hard work. You're
Yeah.
doing it all by yourself. You don't have a partner to split it with. Every day, all day, mom, call mom, mama know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm
Mom, I need
hungry.
some money.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
hungry.
hungry.
That's what I
Yeah,
get.
all that stuff, like you're dealing with it. And on top of that, you're working. On top of that, you're keeping the household up. And on top of that, you gotta find time for yourself, really. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's harder. You
Very
can't
hard.
say, let me call your like, tell your daddy to take you to the store or whatever. Like it's on you if you're the only one there.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
hard. All right. Do you have any other questions?
Oh, yo, do you have any final thoughts? Shout out your podcast, your social media, all that.
Oh, can I ask you about your podcast though, real quick?
Oh yeah.
What do you talk about? Like, what is
I talk about
everything?
Everything.
everything
Yeah,
under the sun.
yeah.
And well my podcast is called The New Normal. So anybody's on here, you can follow me on IG at
Mm-hmm.
new underscore normal two podcast. I'm on all the platforms too, Anchor, Spotify,
Yay.
iHeartRadio, all that good stuff.
Hmm.
And I'm excited and I appreciate y'all for having me as a
Oh,
guest. This is
thank you. No,
exciting.
we
I
appreciate
had
you
a good
coming
time.
on. You were
Thanks.
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you.
Thanks.
Do you
Thank
have
you.
your podcast on YouTube as well, or just the audio?
It's on YouTube because I was doing in the beginning when I first started. I was interviewing artists like
Mm-hmm.
in my city,
That's
and
cool.
yeah, it was really cool or whatever. But then I was getting burnt out by the scheduling because I have a real job and I have a business, so
Mm.
it's just
Oh
like I'm
yeah.
gonna get back into it though because people are starting to come to me.
That's
All right.
so
I just
awesome.
Yeah, look, I just teamed up with Dapper Dan's daughter because I have a beauty line. Like we're doing beauty bar. So I'm about to
Wow.
go hard for real, so people can see like it's real here, especially in Atlanta. Like we're like little black Hollywood, not
Yeah.
Hollywood, Hollywood.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. Yeah, that's
Word.
awesome.
Do that. Do
Good for
that.
you. Then
Thank
Word.
you.
we're gonna next time we could maybe have you in studio.
Yeah,
Or
that'd
we
be
Yeah.
could go out there.
awesome.
Yeah.
New York. Yeah.
Or
Word.
I've never been to Atlanta. Let's go
Oh,
to
you gotta come
Atlanta.
here. Yeah.
Right?
Word.
Get
Word.
that yummy
Especially about to
food.
get hot too.
Maybe not
All the
then.
festivals.
Maybe not
We
then. It's too hot.
outside.
All
Well,
right.
thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being on the show. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Word.
Thank you so
Have a
much,
good night,
guys.
okay?
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Word.
Oh, we just
Do you
put
want to
her.
be anonymous or do you want to state your name?
No, I will state my name, sir, for the record.
And what is your name, miss?
My name is Melissa.
All right,
He
Melissa.
calls me sir.
That's
I feel
good.
like employee.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't
Like,
like when people call him sir. Just
Oh,
like I don't
my
like when
apologies.
people call me ma'am. That bothers me.
The,
Miss
you,
maybe.
I mean, yeah.
yeah,
Call me discipline. That's cool.
Discipline. Okay. Um
noted.
so today's topic it's a special edition episode, and the topic is dating single parents in this modern era.
Oh,
All right. So I'm gonna read off some bullets.
okay.
Do you have any children?
I do.
And how many children do you have?
So I have two. I
Okay.
have a son who's 23 and a daughter who's 13.
She's so soft spoken.
Mm. She sounds like a very easygoing person.
I consider myself to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Are you married?
No.
Okay.
Have you ever been married?
Yes.
So,
Okay.
okay, so you're divorced.
How has
Right. But it
dating
doesn't count.
it doesn't count? What doesn't count? Being
The
married?
first marriage.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Why doesn't the first marriage count? She was like, it's a trial run. I didn't like it. It
Exactly.
didn't work out. All right. Has it been difficult dating?
Absolutely.
Why
Absolutely.
what makes it so difficult?
For me, with the experiences that I've had, people are just not honest.
Mm.
People are just not real, right?
Mm.
Because obviously, we have these social media platforms,
Mhm.
and people are trying to paint a picture, um, a perfect picture.
Do you believe honesty is rewarded though?
I believe so.
I'm gonna give you a hypothetical scenario.
You're in
You
for it
ready?
now.
I'm ready.
Hypothetically speaking, you and I start dating. We're feeling each other. We are on the same wavelength, mental plane, spirituality, connection, everything like that. We haven't had sex yet
Mhm.
because it clouds judgment when we get
Mhm.
to that, especially if it's
Mhm.
good.
Amen.
Okay, so we're still in the courting process,
Mhm.
but we clearly want to. But
Mhm.
we're maybe traditional people,
Okay.
right? We have our
Mhm.
values, and we don't do that right away.
You can take it slow
Mhm.
this time.
Yes.
Got you. Okay.
And I tell
Mhm.
you, listen, before we get to third base, something
Mhm.
I have to tell you.
Mm.
And I say, not only do I live a different lifestyle that's unconventional
Mm.
to the norm, but I have a woman or two in my life. Now,
Already.
now I'm really feeling you. And I haven't experienced this connection so strong in such a long time. I
Mhm.
really want to see where things go.
Mm.
Possibly making you a wife or second wife,
Mhm.
whatever it is, right?
Mm. Mhm.
Right? And the thing is, if you agree to that, there will be certain
Mhm.
benefits that come with it. Now, the
Mhm.
benefits will be everybody living on under one roof because I may
Mhm.
want to have children with you. Now, let's say
Mhm.
you don't want to have kids,
Mhm.
but you don't want to live in the same household. Okay, I'll be willing to pay another household
So take care of
to
multiple, you're
take
saying.
care of
Right.
multiple
Right.
households.
Okay.
However, there's
Mm.
stipulations like you're not gonna have niggas, in the house and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you can't
Yes.
date anybody, is what you're saying.
Yes,
Okay.
and
Mm.
at the same time, you will get everything the other wives will get: sex, great
Mhm.
sex, emotional
You gotta
stability,
put that in there.
I
Emotional
gotta put that in there.
emotional stability, structure, leadership, guidance, discipline,
Protection.
protection,
Okay.
confidence,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Solutions to issues.
Mm.
Finances you don't have to worry about.
Mhm.
How is that gonna make you feel? Would you be willing to
To
come
give
on
it a
board?
try.
Well, it's funny that you propose that certain sscenario because that was proposed to me.
Shut your mouth.
No,
Word?
seriously. Word.
What? When?
When?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
tell the story, please.
There's a reason why she must have called. The ancestors was
You
like, "Yo, bring
you
her
gotta
on."
yep. What?
Oh yeah. So this particular gentleman I met off of one of the dating websites,
Okay.
and he pretty much fit the bill, right? Spiritually, emotionally, physically, we just had a very strong connection, and it just built on that. Um, he was trying to make me wifey number one,
Mhm.
Okay.
but also add on other people
Okay.
Okay.
to the mix, to the relationship.
But he was honest with you like this whole time about
Oh
it?
yeah,
Oh,
oh
okay.
yeah. He was very honest. I mean, I think with that particular person, I mean, the connection was on a whole other level. And I was bananas, right? And I was just like, hell yeah, I'm
Okay.
down.
Mhm.
I'm
Okay.
I'm I'm totally down. But I think as time went on, I started just to see inconsistencies.
On his
I,
Oh.
part.
correct,
So if he
correct.
was
Mm.
consistent,
Mhm.
sorry. But if he was consistent, you would have
hmm
still
Been with him?
I prop it's kind of hard to say because it just got to the point where I was like, okay, yeah, no, number one, you're not being honest. You're not being forthcoming. I'm finding things out.
Mm.
And I can't roll with someone like that. That
well,
Right.
that
yeah,
that's just me.
well, yes, Melissa, that's the
Mhm.
inconsistency. I'm just I'm saying if he wasn't doing those things because he would be consistent, would
Mm.
you have remained or
That's a yeah.
were your emotions getting involved? Jealousy,
That's a
envious
good
Yeah.
question.
competition.
Abs- oh, absolutely. I think
Okay, so it was you then.
I
it was
I think it may be both
Both?
then.
Okay, sorry, both.
Because if he's inconsistent and now she's
right.
finding things out, which is
Mhm.
triggering her jealousy now.
Okay.
Right. My thing is this is that um yes, he did propose it.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, because he said, all right, this is the house. You're going to be on the bottom. I'm going to live on top. I'm just going to go in between.
Mhm.
So it was just like, okay, fine. All right, that sounds I'm okay with that.
Did you meet
Um
the other woman?
no,
Oh,
no.
okay. Did
Mm.
you
No, but
not
I
want to
knew
meet her?
not really. Unless I knew this was someone that he was really serious
Serious with.
about.
Mm.
Right, exactly.
Then you would.
Exactly.
Okay,
So,
got you.
yeah, exactly.
Because you'd
But
want to
then
be you would want to be cool with her too, right?
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely. But I think you touched on something because when you mentioned the word jealousy and emotion,
Mm-hmm.
that towards the end really played a deciding factor for me to just end it. Because I felt my emotions were now getting really invested. I
Mhm.
was
Mm,
really falling hard, and I just came to the point that I was like, I'm not sharing him with nobody.
mm.
I just want to be wife number one. Punto. Se acabó. That's it.
Mhm.
Final. I'm done. So I just couldn't do it anymore.
Can I ask you how long you were with him for?
Oh my goodness. We were on and off for years. Even now, like we're still in contact. So
Really?
yeah. And he's married, by the way,
Oh wow.
with
So
one wife. Yeah.
So
he
are you
said with one.
so
Yeah, with one.
are you able to find that connection again?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one
Because a lot of
because now
women don't really think about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
That's why
Mhm.
I'm here to do that. I'm here to this show is here to
Yeah.
crush delusion and
Mm,
hypothetical
right,
ideologies.
Right, right.
right. No, I'm in total agreement because I mean, when it comes to tradition, when it comes to values, when it comes to morals, to spirituality, I was that person, right?
Mhm.
I wanted someone who was spiritual, who was Christian, who believed in God, and I wanted someone who was financially stable. I wanted someone who was committed to one person, honest and integrity and character.
You said
But mhm.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
You said keyword wanted, past tense. Is this still current thinking?
I kind of flip, to be honest with you. If I had to
Mm,
be really honest, I go back and forth now because maybe my own experiences have reshaped my thinking of conventional versus unconventional. You
mm.
know, I pride myself. I'm an educated, woman. I'm a single mom. I hold it down. You know,
Okay.
Mhm.
um, I'm not looking for anyone to take care of me. It's not that, right? Because I had to break through those traditions, right?
Mhm.
What was taught to me. I don't know if it's a cultural thing within Latino community, but
Mhm.
I had to break against that norm. And it just came to a point where I'm like, now I'm questioning.
You
I'm
need
Mm.
questioning my spirituality. I'm questioning my traditions. I'm questioning my own morals and values. So you kind of find yourself in a conundrum, if
Mm.
you need
if
to
anything.
you need to be specific with me because I'm a technical
He's
boxer.
very technical.
Mhm.
When you say
Specific.
I don't need anybody, well, you
Mhm.
specifically mean man,
Mhm.
to take
Mhm.
care of me, are you just speaking specific? Finances.
That I was gonna ask you what do you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
because you do want a man to take care of you, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's so many ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women say
Absolutely.
that.
Right.
So I
So
just want
Mhm.
to clarify.
right. So you don't need a man to take care of you financially, but you would like a
Right.
man to take care of you emotionally and in the other ways that you said.
Absolutely.
Physical.
Mhm.
Okay.
Absolutely. Can you invest in me?
Mm.
Can you I mean, sex is great. Having that physical connection is great, but I want you to fall in love with my mind.
Mm.
That's what I'm looking for. That's the type of connection. I've been there, done that, and it's very hard. It's far and few in between that I've come across men who have intellectually stimulated me,
Hmm.
or
And not to cut you off,
sure,
it's you're still gonna be searching.
yes,
You're still gonna be searching. Why? I'm not saying they're not out here,
right,
but all I'm saying is when men are not in tune with their femininity, they're not bringing this out. You see,
sure,
we're born with both
mm,
masculine and feminine energy.
mhm,
Women are more mental and emotional. So
yeah,
when a man, what you're asking for is for him to get in his emotions and his
mm,
mental.
mhm,
That's a
mhm,
feminine trait.
mm,
So when a man
mm,
is in that, he's in his femininity.
Mhm.
mhm,
And it's
mhm.
very rare you're gonna find that.
That's true.
Yeah, and I agree. I guess sometimes I just
And the old
ask. Yeah,
and
go
the
ahead.
older you get, the harder
Mhm.
it gets.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be 49,
Do
so
you think that's
you
true
know,
then? Is that a true statement you think he said?
the pool lessons.
Yeah.
The pool it goes from like this big wide right deep pool, and then
To
turns
like the
into a
shallow
little.
baby pool?
There you go.
So what are
There
the
you go.
pros and cons of dating as a single parent?
Oh man. The pros. I mean, again, maturity,
Mm.
experience. I sort of come with this been there, done that kind of attitude.
Mhm.
Communication is huge for me. I think it's the foundation
Yeah.
of every relationship, you know.
Mm.
And that's what strengthens the connection
Right.
between everyone. So I feel that I bring a lot
to the table, and I don't
So
mean it.
what do you
Don't
bring
get
to
me
the
wrong.
table?
Well, I mean, again, maturity. I'm, financially stable.
No,
I
no,
have a
I'm
great
sorry.
job.
I'm sorry.
No, go
Men
ahead.
don't care about the finance part, but keep going. What do you bring to the
I'm.
table?
Can we talk about sex? No,
Talk
Oh
um,
about
Lord.
sex. Girl, you
yeah.
What
jumping
a
in my
sucia.
category.
What a sucia.
Girl, you jumping in my
Listen, I'm
category. Don't play with me. That's
listen,
what I do.
Oh Lord.
listen,
You don't
not
want to open up, what do they
A
say?
can of worms.
Pandora's
Oh,
box.
Pandora's box there.
I'm a
listen,
dominant.
listen,
Lady.
listen. Let not to toot my own horn, toot
Oh
toot,
Lord.
but I'm
She
just
said
saying.
toot toot.
This woman.
Wait.
um,
Let me jump back
So
on.
here's the thing. Here's the thing though.
yeah.
For me,
Mhm.
that would be irrelevant because
Mm,
I'm a dominant and I live a BDSM lifestyle. So
mm,
I'm a seducer, I'm a pleasurer. That's my
mm,
gratification, getting
mm,
her off more than me. So what
mm,
you're bringing, if you're talking about, yo, I got the best, I'm gonna look at you like I don't care, like
mm,
finances.
mhm,
Mm.
mhm. I see what you
You
mean.
see what I'm saying? So that's why
Mhm.
for most men, maybe regular men, they'd be like, oh shit, baby, yeah, that's all you
She
gotta
got
bring.
the finance going
She got
and
the
she got
finance
good
and she
pussy.
got good pussy in
Well,
head.
no.
Yo.
Listen, can
I'll
I be
marry you
real?
tomorrow.
No Lord.
Regular dudes would think like this. But you got to
No.
understand men who are in their divine masculine,
Right.
who are extremely dominant, they're
Mm,
leaders, they're strong minded, they're self disciplined, sexually
mhm,
disciplined as
mhm,
well.
Mm.
They
mhm.
don't care about that stuff.
Now, why do you
Okay.
think it's easier for a single dad to get a mate long term quicker than it is for a single mother?
Mm, that's the $1 million question now, isn't it? That and I don't get it. I really don't because um I look around me and I see people in relationships, whether they're boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, married, whatever. And I see more, like, I have friends. I have, lots of friends, more guy friends,
Okay.
and they're out there dating, they're doing their thing, they're just living life, and I'm like, hello? Can
Mhm.
somebody just,
Look at
ring my
me.
bell? Yeah.
Call me up.
That's exact but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
So,
um, mhm.
I'm sorry. I keep
No,
cutting
go
you off.
ahead. But it's okay.
Have
It's
you
okay.
approached men? Because
So
you know
She
why?
said no.
You know why I say this? You know why I say this? You know why I say this?
tell me why.
And I'm not trying to be a dick,
Right.
okay? I'm not trying to
Mhm.
be an
Mhm.
asshole, but a
Mhm.
lot of women will say, "Hey, this is my dream guy," and all this other stuff. How the
Mhm.
fuck you think you're gonna meet him? He's gonna break into your house? Leave the window
Mm,
open. That's how you're gonna meet him.
mm,
If you're not going out, if you're a homebody, if you're not
mhm.
going to events,
How
if
you
you're
expect
not
her to meet
talking to dudes,
somebody?
if a guy
Mm.
True.
approaches you and you curving him because you're like, "Oh, I'm on my healing journey. I'm not trying to
True.
date right now."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
How you expect to find this dream man?
Right.
Mm.
That's what I'm trying
Well,
to
So
say.
you're saying that she should approach men?
Maybe yes.
Okay.
Why? Only because a lot of things weren't working. Maybe you need to
Mm.
try a different
mm,
avenue.
A different way of doing
true.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, you might get lucky to get
Mm,
the man that you want. Most men don't like
mm,
aggressive women.
right.
That's aggressive. A woman that's
Right.
approaching him. However, it's
Mhm.
how you're doing it. Let's
Correct.
say you go to the bar. Let me help you out.
Mhm.
You go to the bar.
Girl, you better take some notes right now.
Help a sister out. I'm just
Yes.
saying, I'm taking notes.
You go to the bar. You meet a guy, right? Send him choosing signs.
Mhm.
Wink, smile, right?
Mhm.
If he smiles back, maybe try walking up to him, right?
Mhm.
If you
Mhm.
guys are meeting at the bar, just say, "Hey, do you come here often? Hi, how you doing? My name is." That's
Mhm.
submissive.
Mm.
Right. Yeah.
It's most alpha males, they wouldn't mind that because now they can
Mhm.
control the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? So it's how you're
Mhm.
approaching.
Mhm.
Well,
I get what you're saying.
Because all I'm
Yeah.
saying is you're at an age of your life where you've seen it all, done it all, and
Right.
it wasn't working back then.
Mm.
Mhm.
So how are you going to know that this person that I see across the room
Mhm.
wants the same things I want in the connection if we're not gonna open our mouths?
Mm.
True.
You see what
True.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I totally understand.
the ego has to be put aside.
Oh
The
yeah.
Mhm.
pride has to be
Mhm.
put aside, and you have to just say, "Hey, listen." It's not like you're walking up to him, "Hey, cutie, let me get your number."
Mhm.
No, don't
Mhm.
do
Right.
that.
Or hey, let's go have
Yeah.
sex. You're not doing that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just make
Yeah.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It could be Barnes
Mhm.
and Nobles. You both are in the real estate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, oh, do
Right.
you know anything about real estate? Maybe you can help me. Yo, that puts
Mhm.
him in the driver's seat. You stroking his
Right.
ego now.
Right.
Oh,
Gotta stroke
Right.
something.
are you a teacher? Please
Mhm.
educate me. You see?
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
kind of
I totally get it. And not to cut you off, I think for me, I've done that. I've
Okay.
I I I have approached people, and I think one of the reasons why I don't do it as much as I should is because of the rejection.
Oh.
mm,
Because you're
And
scared of the rejection?
I'm scared of the rejection. And number two, it kind of like rises up like these insecurities,
mm,
right?
Mm.
Because I've battled with insecurities for
Mm-hmm.
most of my life. So I make it a point every day to like look in the mirror, or if I'm having a bad day, I'm like, you got this.
Mm-hmm.
Smart, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you've got friends, you've got people who support you, but it can be difficult when you're older, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a different pool. So I check off a different box.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it even more difficult for me, because and to be honest with you, like, most of the men that approach me, they're like, they're young. They're I mean, they're like, and
Is
I've
that
dated
bad?
younger guys. I mean, there's pros and cons to dating like younger guys. But I don't want to be somebody's milk. I don't want to be
mm.
you know what I'm saying? Like
But what if
I
he's gonna treat you good, even though you're the MILF? Like, what if he's
um
giving you things that the other men in in the past haven't? Like he's honest and he's forthright and he just like
mhm,
discipline said he
right.
tells you things up front.
Mhm.
Would that
Mhm.
change how because it sounds like
It definitely
you keep
would.
him in a
You're
box.
you're saying a rhetorical question. It definitely would.
Yeah,
Because a lot of
absolutely.
young men out here, they're not developed yet.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
brains,
Right.
etc. They're
Hmm.
not wise beyond their
Right.
years. Okay,
Right.
so that's number one. Number two is really difficult for her because if she wants a
Mhm.
high caliber man in her age bracket, they like younger.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes. Thank you.
the only way you're going to appeal those men is if you're keeping your body right, your skin right,
Right.
and stuff like
Right.
that. Because men are still visual creatures
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
No, absolutely.
the higher a man elevates in his life, career, whatever, he's always gonna
Mhm.
want prize, possessions, treasures, eye candy,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
perhaps on
Mhm.
his arm.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like I always talk about
Absolutely.
that. Like always
Mm.
keep your like you in a relationship with a man, always keep your physical right for
Mm-hmm.
Right.
him.
Of
Right.
course.
Right. Absolutely. Like
Because
the last
that desire
No, it's
has
true.
to that
Has to
lust
be there still.
has to
Yeah.
always it could be years. You always
Right.
want that.
Right.
Right.
You
Right.
know what
Or
I'm
at
No,
saying?
least be able to
absolutely.
bring those feelings up. Go ahead,
Right.
Melissa.
No, absolutely. I'm in total agreement with you. You're 100 on everything. You're hitting the mark.
Mm.
Um, you know, there was this one gentleman that I had met who was younger. So I'm gonna be I'm not afraid to say my age. I'm gonna be 49 this
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
October.
mhm,
Happy birthday.
This this particular gentleman, he was in his early 30s.
mhm,
Okay.
And while I have dated younger in the past, I think for me, and he checked off all the boxes.
Okay.
Like he was just like on point.
Okay.
But I think my own, again, it's those old mindsets and those insecurities and those
Melissa,
experiences that I've had. I know what you're gonna
Melissa,
say, discipline. Tell me, talk to me.
yeah, cause yo,
Go
Talk to
ahead,
me.
you need to
go
hear this
ahead.
right now.
Tell me.
I
Yeah.
knew before you even finished the sentence, I knew where this was going.
Where is this
So
going?
this what needs to happen, so you could be
Okay.
aware. You're the
Hmm.
problem.
Okay.
You know that, right?
I'm
So
the problem. Okay.
yes, that's the
Hmm.
first. That's the first thing to resolving this issue. Understanding where the problem stems from.
Hmm.
You're.
Because
It sounds like you're getting in your own way.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes. Because
You're in your own
the
head.
reality is, and you know what? I'm not picking on you because
I get it now.
a lot of women do this. I'm gonna give you
Mm.
an example. Have you heard self-sabotaging?
Yes.
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 What you're doing is self-sabotaging.
Mm.
Mm.
You find a man who is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been searching forever for him.
Right.
Dream guy. He meets all the boxes:
Wait.
sexual prowess, intellect, chemistry.
Mm.
Maybe the age is something that's whatever, but it's not a deal breaker,
That's what
especially if they think long term.
I want to ask.
Now,
What happened?
now, oh yeah, go ahead.
That what happened with this guy? Because he like you said, and this man said he checked off all the boxes. So what
Right.
happened that it didn't work out?
Right. So again, going back to what I mentioned earlier, honesty.
He wasn't
It,
honest.
he was not honest. And I can't roll with someone who is not honest.
So what did you
Like
catch
that
him in a
turns me
lie
off.
with?
I'm sorry, repeat that again.
What did you catch him on a lie with?
Um his age. He lied
Oh,
about his age.
mm,
That now again, I
He
been
was
there, done
younger
that.
than what
He
he
was
said, or older.
he was younger. He
mm,
never told me how much younger, but he kind of slipped up
mm,
himself. So he tripped up on his own lie,
mm,
so
Mm.
to speak. So and it was, and it was sad because I tried. Even after we had a conversation, we talked about it, but it was still in the back of my mind. Like, if he lied about something like this, as remedial as it is, what else
What else is
could
he gonna
he?
lie about? Yeah.
Exactly.
So through the whole
Exactly.
courting process, you didn't lie to him either?
You know what, discipline? I'm glad you asked that question
Oh.
because I try to be as honest as I can be. Because what am I gonna gain from, even if it's telling a little white lie? What am I gonna gain from that?
Okay.
All
So
right.
I try to be honest. So, and that's one thing that for me, it's a deal breaker. Like
Okay.
Okay.
that, because again, it's been my experiences where just people have not been honest. And the same thing goes with these dating websites.
Yeah.
You have people on, I could write a book
Mm.
about like the most terrible experiences that I've had with online dating because number one, people don't put up their real picture. I've been
Mm.
catfished.
Mm,
The catfish, that was not pretty. But again, you kind of, yeah, I
Lord.
mean, oh yeah, yeah, it was like he showed up with his 4-year-old daughter and he just didn't look anything like his picture and
oh
it was
shit.
just awkward. Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Well, wait, wait,
you
wait,
know.
wait, wait. Can I
Hmm.
tap into that?
Sure, sure.
As far as dating,
Hmm.
being a single parent, would you date another single parent?
Absolutely.
Is there an age limit on like their of how old their child will be? Like if you find out, oh,
Hmm.
I have a 1 year old, is that like no, no, thank you, or is that okay? Let's see where it goes.
No, I'm open.
Okay.
I I
So
I would
there's no age
totally be
limit to
open.
where the child that other person has to be.
Not at all.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
Not at all.
How many children do you have again?
I
Two.
have two. I
Okay.
have two. I have a
The
23-year-old and a 13-year-old, so that's a big gap. Um,
okay.
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. So, but no, I'm open. I try to be. It's funny because I was talking to someone the other day, and they said to me, You know what, Melissa? Have you ever thought that maybe you're just stuck on one type of guy?" And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "A type?" And she's like,
Uh,
"Yes." She's like, "Yes, I think you're stuck on one type." And I'm like, that's something that's something to
What
think
an
about
that
because
interesting
I've said
conversation.
this in podcast episodes. like
Right.
season 2 even.
Mm-hmm.
Women limit themselves
Mm-hmm.
when they
True.
are steadfast on
On.
their preferences.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You shoot yourself in
True.
your own foot when
Yeah.
you stick with that. Yeah.
Whether
You
you
gotta look
have
Right.
outside, man.
whether you have a
Yeah.
race preference only,
Mm-hmm.
height
Mm-hmm.
preference only, success
Age preference.
physical appearance preference only,
Yeah.
wage gap or
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
finances preference only. Like, yo,
Right.
I'm not dating nobody under 6 figures.
Right.
Um,
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
status
fucked up.
status only. Like, yo, he gotta have a blue check mark on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. Like, who gives
Mm-hmm.
a fuck
Right.
about social media?
Serious.
Like, you see what I'm saying?
Right,
These
right.
are
Right.
all superficialities.
Mm-hmm.
You realize
True.
this, right? Because
Yes.
think about it. If you want to grow old with somebody, God willing, you're 80, 90, will
Mm-hmm.
these same preferences
Be the
matter?
same, man.
Ask
That's
yourself that.
true. Yeah. Yeah. No, but
So
you're.
so when this
Mm-hmm.
person told you that you might be, just having just one type of preference, did you decide to be like, all right, let me see what else, how else I can change that?
No, definitely, because this is not the first time I've heard that.
Mm.
So I've heard that same. I've had the same conversation with different people,
And
and
they said the same thing.
exactly, exactly,
Girl, maybe it's time you,
to venture
shuffle
out.
the deck a little bit now. See what
I
else comes out.
I know. I've been shuffling, right? But I'm getting those Joker cards. I don't know. I don't know. It's
You're
tough
buying the
though.
wrong deck. You're buying the wrong deck, Melissa.
Maybe.
We're
I
trying to
don't
help
know.
here.
I I know I put and I appreciate that because I'm like, maybe my own preconceived notions and judgments and has maybe prevented me
This
from meeting that person.
Yeah.
this
So
isn't
I
a
totally
maybe.
get
This isn't a maybe. It is.
it. Yeah.
It is.
Mhm. Yeah,
You have
no,
to
you're
kind
right.
of you have to kind of be open-minded.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you
Yeah.
have to understand that you okay, this is what you have to do. You have to
Okay.
create like in your notebook when you write things down because
Mhm.
everything is energy. Like
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
healing, vibrations, manifestation,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
repair, everything
Mhm.
moves. Nothing remains stagnant.
Mhm.
Manifesting. Everything in word manifesting. Thoughts,
Mhm.
words, speaking things into existence, writing things down.
Right.
It's the energy,
Manifestation,
yep, that you're
right?
putting out there.
Mhm. Mhm.
So write down the quality of the man that you want. That's what I want you to do tonight,
Oh,
Okay.
you
right?
got homework,
Get a
girl.
I
notebook.
got homework. All right
You the
now.
only part. Let me tell you, you the only guest that I've known that he gave you homework. You better write this down because
I,
we
I'm
will check on
I'm
this.
trying to help you.
You are. He's a genuine person. He really wants to help.
Get a notebook, right?
I've
Right?
got it.
Buy it, whatever you have to do. They're cheap,
Mhm.
99-cent store, right? Right? Don't
Yeah.
spend money on things that
You could get cheap,
a necessity.
right?
Toilet
Yes.
paper, laundry detergent. Try to get it as cheap as possible.
Mm,
We need this
we're
shit,
not your men.
right? So, like, buy a pen, right? Pencil, whatever,
Okay.
so you could erase.
Got it.
Write down my dream man as the title. It's
Ooh.
like the author, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
And then write like bullets, like do like
Okay.
little circle or
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
icons, right? For
Mm-hmm.
bullets, and start writing the pros
Okay.
that you really want. This stuff really matters to me long term.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the
Long
short
term.
term shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
So
I
hey,
can see that.
even if sex is in there, put it in there for what
Has
you
to be
want long term.
respectful.
That has to be top though. I'm
Oh
just
Lord,
Yes.
this
So
one over here.
even put that in there. Whatever values you have, put that in there. Whatever he has, qualities, put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Don't put monetary. Like you said, you got your own. If he makes the
Right.
Right.
same thing that
That's
you make,
good.
you guys can build.
Mm-hmm.
If he
Right.
makes more, even better,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then start writing down the things that you want to eradicate, because this is
Mhm.
what's stopping your blessings.
Wait.
Ego, pride.
Eradicate from herself?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ego, pride,
Girl, I'm gonna do this too.
ego, pride, like picky, too picky. It's
Mm-hmm.
great to be
Picky.
selective, but
Mhm.
be smart selective.
Right. Put down that you want to
Mm.
be open-minded.
Open-minded. Yeah.
Yeah.
The-
So
Yeah.
write
I
those
like that.
things down and then pray on it,
Mm-hmm.
meditate on it, and
Mm-hmm.
watch. You will
Mhm.
manifest it.
Ooh, I just got
Mm.
chills. You know what that means?
I know that was good. That was good.
You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate that. Mm-hmm.
So
I know.
that's how
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna find it. And next thing you know, hey, you might be in the supermarket and an ancestor kicks this guy in the head and says, "Yo, you need laundry detergent. Don't go to sleep yet." And then he
Go to
goes to the
99 cent
same
store.
supermarket you're in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he
Mm-hmm.
walks past you, you feel those chills, you feel that energy.
Yeah.
That's what
Mm.
that is. That's the
Yeah.
sign. You get a sharp pain in your stomach, maybe. A
Mhm.
headache
Yep.
quick.
Mm-hmm.
Those
You
are
have
the
to you have to
signs.
be that I totally agree with you when it comes to that. You
Right.
our bodies give us answers and
Mm-hmm.
we mistaken it because we don't stay open to it. So when we get a
Right.
stomach ache, that to me when I get a stomach ache, I have
Mm-hmm.
to see where I'm at, what am I
Mm-hmm.
doing, why am I getting the stomach ache? If I haven't eaten and all of a sudden
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a pain and I'm around somebody that I shouldn't be around or in a
Mm-hmm.
situation, that's my own
Yeah.
body telling me, you're in a pay attention. Something's going on.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
So you
Totally
should
get it.
definitely be aware of your body. If you get headaches, if you get chills, all that. That's
Mm.
the universe talking to
Yeah.
you.
And at
That's
the
Right.
at
I
the
really
Yeah.
believe
yeah,
that.
and at the same time,
Mm.
like also do the work yourself. Like
Right. Right.
self-improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Self-improvement.
Absolutely.
So while
Mm-hmm.
you're doing that, because part of receiving blessings is it's all
It's
it's
doing
everything,
work.
mind, body,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
soul. So
True.
if your mind, body, and soul is not cleansed, it's a force
Right.
field.
Mm.
Yeah.
You
Mm.
understand what
It
I'm saying?
repels it instead
Yes.
of. Mm-hmm.
I totally get
Yeah.
it.
So
It's about the vibe,
what you
Devon.
want is obtainable. It's obtainable.
Yay!
Why?
Yay!
Because the energy that I'm reading from you is you bring valuable things to the table. She must have
Mm.
been joking around earlier when she was talking about sex. But
No,
you wasn't? Oh, okay.
no, I
She's.
wasn't.
I think she's a sex fiend. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
you
Well,
gotta get that out of your mind.
that's another topic.
But
That's for another
Can you
phone
come on
call.
the show another time?
but
Of course I can.
but to me it's like you
Mm-hmm.
seem like, you want something long term, you got love
Mm-hmm.
to give, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying, wear
yeah,
your heart on your sleeve, loyalty.
I do.
Obviously
Yeah.
you like values,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
the honesty,
Right.
you are it, so you
Right.
want to receive it.
But that's how
Mm-hmm.
you have to start thinking too. You are
True.
it. You know what I mean? You
Mm.
deserve this type of love that you're asking for. You
Yeah.
Mm.
deserve this type of man that you
Mm.
want in your life. Like you have
Mm-hmm.
to start thinking in terms of yourself in a more positive way.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know if you don't do that or if you do, but I know a lot of times, especially people who have
Mm-hmm.
like you said earlier, like you have these
Mm-hmm.
insecurities and stuff.
Right.
Those insecurities, that's the devil lying to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're
Right.
telling you you're not good enough. You're too short. You're too tall. You're too
Mm-hmm.
fat. You're too this.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be able to see past that bullshit and tell yourself, I am worthy and I deserve this. And then things will change
Right.
along with the, writing out the type of man
Mm-hmm.
or the type of person that you want in your life.
Mm-hmm.
I think you go.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but you know what? I think we just solved her problem.
Yeah.
That'll be $200. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Pay
No,
tuition.
but I
Our
appreciate
Cash
it,
Apps and PayPal are in the description.
Okay, hit it
Yeah.
up.
So
No, thank you guys. I appreciate that because it's always good to have and to hear a
Mm.
different perspective, right?
Especially a man, because I'm sure
Yeah.
you have a lot of girlfriends that tell you this,
Mhm.
the same things. But to hear
Right.
from a
and I'm
man and a
young.
different type of
I'm young.
that
I'm
lives a
30.
different life too.
I'm 35 though. I'm
He's a
He,
still
baby.
I'm
He's
a
a
he's
baby
a
baby.
baby.
A
to
He's
toddler is
wet
what he is.
behind the ears.
to y'all. Yeah.
Cut the damn. He's throwing these shots left and right over here. I'm gonna go sulk in the corner now. Thanks. He just called us old.
Yeah. But
No, but this was great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it
Thank you
because
for being on the show. It was
yeah,
awesome.
no, definitely. You guys are awesome. You're amazing.
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Do you have any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts? No, I think I got homework to do. That's
Yes, you
my final
do.
thought.
That's right. I like it. She remembered. You know what? We're gonna say goodbye to you so that you can run to the 99 cent store, get that pen,
Yep.
get that paper, start that homework,
Yes.
and we might just check up on you to see how things are going around here.
Definitely.
All
Would
right.
love that. Thank you so much, guys.
Right.
All right. Take
All
care.
right. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. You got a bubbly personality. She's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So okay. We do you have any children, child? We already know that about us. I don't. You do.
Yeah.
Has dating been difficult? Pros and cons. Now for me, okay, so when I'm interested in a woman, I
Mm-hmm.
jump right to the questions. It could be I DM'd her, met her in person. Well, when I meet her in person, I'm not doing this. But if I get her number in person and
Then you
then
do.
we start having conversation, I definitely have this conversation. I don't wait till the next
You don't
month
ask
or
the
whatever it
boring
is.
questions like, "What's your favorite color? Where do you like to
Yeah,
go eat?"
yeah.
You go in for the kill.
So
Okay.
I will ask things like, you ever been married? No. Do you want to? Is that on your bucket list? Do you have kids? No. Do you want? Do you have kids? Yes. How many? Are you with the baby father? Are y'all cordial? Is it somebody
Mm,
sharing custody? Whatever. What's going on? What's the situation?
right.
I find out how old they are because that's a key thing. Because if their kids, if her kids are like toddlers, infant, it limits your time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I
I
always
agree.
see that, okay, they're grown, okay, 18, maybe 15, they're self-sufficient
Mm-hmm.
to a degree, right? So she might be able to leave them in the house and
Mm-hmm.
come out with me
Right.
or whatever, because they're not going to meet me right away. A lot of
Right.
women are not comfortable with doing that.
Mm-hmm.
They want
That's
to
true.
traumatize the kids.
Right.
So I already know that I'm not gonna be able to go to their place or whatever. She could probably come here, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not a guy that's inviting you here on the first date. I
Right.
don't know if you're nuts.
Right. Right. Well, you're smart.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's probably gonna take you like a month or something to at least get here,
Okay.
or 2 months. You see what I'm saying? So to me, it's like I want to know that the time frame.
Okay.
So now, so I find out, did you grow up without a father, or do you have your father still in your life? Were you
Mm.
a single household parent,
Got you.
child? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
with the parent. I find out these things because childhood trauma.
Oh
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people haven't confronted yet, resolved.
I think the last caller had that childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I find all those things out. It has its pros and its cons. You
Oh,
know what I'm
so
saying? With
what's a pro and a con?
the con is as a man, you have to be understanding because she's always gonna put the child first.
Right.
You know
As
what I'm
she
saying?
should.
Yeah, as she should,
Mm-hmm.
and you should respect that
Right. And expected. You should
and
respect
expect
it
that.
and expect it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So especially if you want to have a kid with her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one. Number two, when when she when so that's like so you can't hold her accountable if it's like, oh, I don't have a babysitter or it's
Mm-hmm.
not my week this week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a limited time. Now, with a limited time, is this is also a con. It may not build a strong relationship dynamic. It
Like
may
a
be
good
fuck buddy
foundation.
shit. It may
Mm.
be sexual relationship only. This is the only time I got available. Let's fuck.
Mm.
I don't got my kid this week. I'm coming out to see you.
Right.
Or you coming out here. Buying a ticket if she lives in another state,
Mm-hmm.
country,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe she lives in a different, like 30 minutes away,
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes. Oh, I'm coming over or whatever. So that's the con.
So what's the pro?
The pro is I'm gonna speak for as a man
Right.
for the opposite sex. If she has children, she's already has maternal instincts. She
Okay.
just naturally inherits that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because of that emotions. So
I hope so.
even if a woman's not like, oh, I'm not ready to have kids right now, let her have that kid. As soon as she sees the baby, that emotional attachment, automatic. Some have this post traumatic uh uh um
Postpartum.
postpartum. There you
Mm-hmm.
go. You know what I'm saying? But most, it's what I said the first part.
Mm.
So now she starts building those maternal instincts. Women with children are more inclined to being more submissive. I said this in episode
Mm-hmm.
17,
That's true. You did say that.
season 2,
Mm-hmm.
with
Oh,
the
you
single
remember this.
moms.
Mm-hmm.
So they're more inclined to catering, taking care. Why? They do that already.
They do it all the time, every day with their kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the pros.
Mm.
You
You
know.
always have such an interesting twist to these things because
Yeah.
dating. All right. Yes, I'm a single mom. I have my two kids, but my kids are big,
Hmm.
and I don't date. So, and I don't date because of there's other reasons, but I did have these conversations with my children. My daughter's 21, my son is 23,
Mm.
and the pros and cons to that. There is no pros to being a single mom with two grown ass kids because they tell you straight out, don't even think about it. You don't need it. You have us. You're old. What do you have
Mm.
to have another life for? We are your life.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know what these single women with their children are talking about because I don't get any of that.
Mm.
Now, do you believe men approach single moms with the intentions of still wanting to provide and build and protect?
No,
I don't think so
not
either.
modern men. Traditional, yeah.
And accept their children or child?
Traditional,
Yeah.
yes. Modern men, no. Most modern men, no.
And you think it's because of, well, let me ask you, why do you think that is?
Because most of these single moms are boss bitch independent. I don't need a man. I do for myself.
Oh, so you're saying the guy just says, well, if she doesn't need a man to do anything, then why am I going to step in?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're
Yeah.
doing it, they're shooting themselves in the foot
So
then.
yes. Now
Mm.
another thing also is it's hard for a man to accept another kid's child or children.
Another man's child?
Yeah,
Yeah.
another man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you understand what I'm saying? The only way a man will do that is if he plans to have one or two with you. Now
Mm.
everybody is together because he's thinking family. That's his mindset. I want to leave. My last name will be valuable.
Mm.
My legacy.
Mm. Yeah.
So that's what he could be thinking.
Mm-hmm.
However, most men don't think like this. So
Mm.
ultimately, it's intimidating.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you believe a woman who has 3, 4 kids, 3, 4 baby daddies is promiscuous or whole?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna go and I don't know if they're hoes, but I definitely think that they have very poor choices.
Okay. I don't believe they're hoes. However, most men probably do. They won't
Mm.
never articulate that.
Yeah, that's
What I
true.
believe is they made a lot of bad choices.
Yeah.
Why? None of those men, even if you have 3 kids and 2 baby daddies,
You think that's bad? I mean, that you think
why
that's.
is it bad? You didn't get a ring from any of them. Why are you not married? You never
Oh,
was
you
married.
see? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm.
number 1. Number two, it's like, okay, the first one I thought it was it. I like to fuck without condoms. Let me put my mind in a woman's mind. Okay?
Okay.
Back in the days, obviously birth control and stuff like that wasn't as high as it is now, IUDs and shit, right? But you
Mm.
could have them for 5, 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do my shit. I do my
Mm.
research. So now they're like, that is my man. I'm monogamous. Remember, I'm the woman in my
Mm-hmm.
mind. I'm
Mm-hmm.
monogamous. I don't go dick to dick. So he should be fucking me raw.
Got
And I
you.
like the
Yeah.
way it feels.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls out quick.
Not quick
Maybe she fucks
enough.
with a condom and the condom rips
Mm-hmm.
accidentally.
Yeah.
Most of these kids are being born prematurely, unplanned,
Surprises, I like to
right?
say. Mm-hmm.
So now, so now, she's like, he was the one. They have a kid or whatever it is. Now her having a kid becomes more problems. Things wasn't the same as it was before.
Yeah.
She's
Because it was
pregnant
unplanned.
and she's pregnant. She doesn't want to engage in sexual activity. He's horny. He goes out and cheat. She
Mm-hmm.
finds out about it.
Yeah, and then starts a
Now there's
cycle.
more
Yeah.
problems.
Mm-hmm.
So many array of things. We could be here for fucking 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not, We're human
For a
beings.
few hours, that's for
We
sure.
can't really do that.
Right.
But realistically speaking, for a few hours,
Mm.
yes, because I could throw so many
Oh
hypotheticals,
yeah.
right? So now it doesn't work out. Okay, I'm a cool woman. I'm not gonna charge him child support or whatever. She meets another guy. Same thing happens.
Mm.
Whose fault is it? I always blame the woman. Why? I go back to fundamentals. And
Mm.
what are fundamentals? Women control access to sex, men control relationships and commitment. This
Mm-hmm.
has been since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
So the reality is, a man can't get inside you unless you're giving him consent. Yes, 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 yes. You're constantly choosing. We are
Mm.
the ones that do the work. We are the ones that chase you, approach you, get the number, all of that. All y'all gotta say is yes.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
you're
true.
off this day. Be ready by 7 o'clock. I'm taking you out. Yes. Do. Yes. Yo, we fucking tonight. Yes.
Mm.
Because if it's a no, 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 and you're constantly pursuing, there's laws.
Yeah.
There's laws.
Yep.
This ain't the caveman era.
Yeah. You can't just come over here and bash over
And
the
bust
head.
somebody over the head and take
No,
them
you gotta
home.
cut it out, get out of my head. Yep.
You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Definitely.
These laws is what makes us govern. It's what keeps us
In check.
in check.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You see
That's
what I'm
a good
saying?
thing.
So the woman has the power. The woman has the power, and that's what's called the power exchange. Like I was saying, BDSM,
Mm-hmm.
right? Power exchange.
She has the power. She says yes. Now she's handing it over to him.
Yes. So it's
Gotcha.
the woman's fault
Mm.
why you have multiple kids with multiple baby fathers.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust a woman like that. She's inclined to making a lot of bad decisions. Now, a woman that has one child, one baby daddy, okay. Two children, one baby from the same baby daddy, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a turn on because the reality is, like, oh, yo, you got to understand how women instincts are. Maybe they might not know this consciously, but subconsciously, just like just like with the carnivorous felines in the safari,
Mm-hmm.
they make this conscious decision. I want the alpha, strong kids, protection, provide great sex, everything. I'm gonna go after the alpha lion,
Mm-hmm.
the dominant one, the most kingly, God mode,
Okay.
right? Because I want the, to leave a legacy behind.
All right.
So women do this subconsciously.
Okay.
So that's why I say that they're to blame.
I like the way
And
you put it with the whole power
and at the
exchange.
end of the day, this goes even more in depth. I'm gonna really make you think. When
Oh.
you're not choosing the right suitor,
Mm-hmm.
the right companion, you're fucking up your kid's life in all ways.
That's true.
So it shows that you're selfish. Huh? And we could
Yeah.
agree to disagree. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is my ideology only.
Makes sense. So is that your final thoughts?
No.
Okay.
We're gonna get into my final
Oh,
thoughts.
okay. Okay.
So, on observation, what ethnicity or race you witness who are more single parents than the others? Black and Hispanic. Well,
I was gonna say
the
Latino.
thing is, Latinas don't really leave their man.
No, that's true.
They don't really leave their man unless they're Americanized. If they're Americanized and on this American bullshit, that yes, but Latinas don't leave their man.
Yeah. Or if they
This
leave and they're married, they just don't get divorced.
yes,
They just stay separated. You live there, I live there, but we still
yes,
married.
yes. So it's more black,
Mm.
African American. And I want to say African American because there's Afro Latinas.
Right.
There's Caribbeans,
Right.
Jamaican,
Mm-hmm.
Haitians,
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about
Trinidadians.
American?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Do you think more women and men emerge to hustlers and work to be millionaires because of their children or they're following celebrities?
Just like the first caller, celebrities.
See, I
The
would say
reality is go ahead.
children for
Okay,
myself.
okay. The reality is this. Everybody don't need to be a millionaire.
That's true.
If a woman makes 90K, she has 2 kids, got her own place, bills are paid on time, good credit, right? And she has money left over to play with. Now she's like, yo, I want to invest this to make more money, flip it. Why does she really need to be a millionaire?
To leave it for her children.
Most women are not thinking like that. So just take that out of your mind. Most women don't think like that. That's a
Well, okay,
man.
then I could
That's a
only
man mentality.
then
Men create revolutions and build empires and
that's the only
buildings.
then I mean that's the only I can only speak for myself, and that's the
Yes,
only reason. That's
because
what I
maybe
would
that's
do.
your
Yeah,
mindset.
that's how I would do
But
it.
most women don't think like that. They don't even
Okay.
know how to do that. So
Okay.
let's be real.
Okay.
So the reality is, all this boss bitch independent. I'm getting my bag.
So that they
All
can
that stems
splurge and
from
show off.
all that comes from yes. All
Hmm.
that comes from watching other people. Women are more inclined to following than anybody else. It comes from poverty PTSD. It comes from it stems from music, social constructs, social conditioning, social media conditioning, television shows. Look at the boss bitch on the television show. I want to be just like her. No, you don't.
Mm.
You
So
just want to feel
you think that they
special.
want to
You
keep up with the
you
Joneses?
just want to yeah. You just want
Ah,
to feel
got you.
special
That makes sense.
and be respected and like for people to acknowledge you and notoriety and validation. But you don't need that. You
Okay.
see?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got you.
Goes for men also. Why is it easier for a single dad to get a mate long term quicker than it is for a single mom?
I agree with Marie with that one, because a woman is more nurturing. They're willing to, if they see how good this dad is with his
Hmm.
kid, I want to be part of that too. I can
More
be.
emotional. And let's differentiate. Emotions is not synonymous with sensitive. Because some people think when you say emotional, oh, they're sensitive, they're crying or whatever. No,
Correct. I
they're
agree with
more
you.
emotional. So their attention to detail and
Mm-hmm.
they put care in
More
shit
into
that
it.
they
Yep.
do.
Mm-hmm.
When they cook, clean, they put
Mm-hmm.
more care. Me,
Right.
I'm washing the dishes as quick as I can.
Right. Barely have soap on there.
Yeah.
Like
But women
you know
will
how I know that? Because my son washes the dishes. I'm like, can you put soap?
yeah,
Yeah.
women will put attention to
Yeah.
detail they to show
They give a
care.
bubble bath to the
Yes.
damn
So the
things.
reality is a woman will be, oh my God, so precious. She's more inclined to taking care of another woman's kid
Mm-hmm.
quicker
Mm-hmm.
than a man will. And that might make her be more attracted to you. My God, he's such a good dad.
Yeah,
You see?
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are single parents more physically appealing than single people without children?
Um, Gender based only. I feel like the women,
Because
not
they
the
go to the
men.
gym? The moms go to the gym, not the dads?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
You heard the dad bods.
Mm-hmm.
Here's why I say this. Women back in the ancient times, when you ask women what they bring to the table, they had no answers, only sex and
Cooking.
cooking and cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
So most women still have this ingrained in them. So they believe sex attracts men. So if I'm a single mom, I gotta get all this baby weight out of so I can still be desirable again. So how am I
Mm-hmm.
gonna do that? By appearing physically attractive so I could
Mm-hmm.
get any man I want.
Yeah, but
Because
that's also learned behavior.
men are visual creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So the reality is more women are gonna work to build that than men will.
Mm.
Because they still want to get claimed. Every woman knows that the moment she starts dating a guy and is like, I got kids, he's already turned off.
Mm. That's
You
true.
see, every woman
Or they're
knows that.
scared that that's gonna happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they
So they
keep them a
keep
secret.
it a secret.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I also think though men maybe don't feel like they have to, because as they get older, right, and they're single, let's say he's heavy, and he is established, he's making his money or whatever, then why does he have to lose weight?
Yeah, because it's ingrained in us. So the reality is women for a long time have always been viewed as sex objects,
Hmm.
and men have been viewed as finan- um financial or success objects. And we're
Hmm.
gonna talk about it later down in the seasons.
Yes, we are.
You see what I'm
Don't give it
saying?
away.
So that's why a lot of times men won't care.
Hmm.
Even my late grandmother used to say, "Don't chase women, chase money, because you're not gonna lose women chasing money, but you will lose money
Chasing
chasing women."
women. Yep.
And I didn't
And once
understand
you
what
get
she
that
was.
money, the women will chase you.
Yeah, I didn't understand what she was talking about when I was 12 or
Hmm.
13.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So men have this ingrained in them.
Right. Like women have ingrained, you need to find a man that's going to take care of you. How do
Hmm.
you do that? You show him that you can cook, that you can
Yes.
clean. That's why they bring those things.
Yes.
That's why they mention those things.
That's more foreign, not American.
Right.
That's more foreign. Um, let me see. Are single parents undervalued? Definitely. Definitely. Do you think?
Um,
They're not undervalued in my opinion.
not really. I don't
They're
think
not
so.
undervalued in my opinion because they're already building their family.
Right.
And that is already a goal for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see it being like a universal mindset. Yes. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because people are always gonna think they may not ask you this question. Why didn't you get married to your baby daddy? Why didn't you get married to your baby mothers?
Mm.
You got 9 kids. I know somebody that has 9 kids. I don't talk to him anymore. But I know
That's
somebody that has
crazy.
9 kids, 7 different mothers.
I know somebody too.
Crazy.
Let's see. I
You see what
mean,
I'm saying?
this particular person I don't like, but
You see what
yeah,
I'm saying?
definitely.
So yeah, people think like that. So
Mm.
you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts for dating as a single parent. I think the most important thing, as a parent, whether you're the mother or the father, is to have your children first and foremost in your mind. And with that being said, you have to be careful who you're choosing. You already clearly made a choice that didn't work out, and now you have your byproduct is those children that you have with that person.
Mm,
So if you're going to introduce yet another person into their lives, then you just have to be careful, make sure that it's the right person.
yeah.
That's all. That's it. Right. That's what I got.
Yeah, man. Like a lot of women in this world are so entitled. Most of them, not all of them, are so entitled and they still feel so entitled. And it's like men gotta always work and work to get that. Like I'll use the analogy of chess and then I'll take my final thoughts. In chess, the king can only move a square at a time, one way. I always say the most powerful piece is the queen because she can move in ways the king can't. But the king is the most important piece. He gets captured, the game is over.
Mm.
It's hard to win the game without the king. However, the queen can move across the board, back, diagonal, that she can move in ways. So when we link about this analogy of chess and the concept of life, men have to constantly move a square at a time, whether it's to get that yacht, the house, the Ferrari, whatever it is. How does a woman get that? Well, I don't want to say a woman and generalize. How do most women get those things?
Mm.
A man. I'm gonna give you an example. Guy that makes $1.7 million a year, guy that makes $80 million a year, buys a yacht. She's a beautiful girl. Hey, come on my yacht, party. She's on a yacht now. Hey, come in my $250,000 Ferrari. She's in a Ferrari now. You see
Mm.
what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when it comes to like single parents, especially single mothers, I want to talk to, you have to ask a man the right questions.
Mm. I agree
If
with you.
when you're dating him, you have a purpose for dating. What are your goals? Short-term goals, like they ask at a job,
Mm-hmm.
5-year plan and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Because the reality is a lot of y'all are just fucking. Y'all not in relationships. Could be 2 to 4 years, all you doing is fucking. Because there's no plan.
Mm.
He doesn't have a plan.
Mm.
She doesn't have a plan. She may want these things, but she just keeps quiet about it. So all they're doing is fucking, wasting their years, draining of energy. Because
Mm-hmm.
sex is an exchange of energy. For years. Now she's toxic. She don't even realize it. She has his energy she's carrying.
Mm-hmm.
She's unhealed because she wants to have fun or whatever it is. I didn't have fun when I had kids. Now I'm at an age
Mm.
where I can.
Yeah.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that is. They're not in a relationship. They're in fuckships.
Situationship.
Situationship. Shout out to Fab, right? That was a song.
Yeah.
So
Let's do
yeah.
situation.
And I think he had situation.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay. The Western world is convincing sheep-minded women to be high caliber or boss bitch, air quotes. Don't take no shit from a man. Don't care for a man. Depend or need a man. Work on your bag. Get your career first. Forget about family. Once you get the career, then you could choose the man you want. Failure. Failure. You sacrifice something when you choose that. And the reality is a lot of women don't even know, and the caller said it, the fear of rejection. A lot of women don't even know how to pick men, let alone approach them. So how you gonna give people advice, but really not the blueprint? You just talking. I can't stand when people are just talking. I can't stand when people are just talking because they don't know what they're talking about. It could be a celebrity who's already in a position of money and
Power.
notoriety,
Mm-hmm.
and she just think it's easy, or he just thinks it's easy.
Mm.
Yeah, girl, get your bag. We the shit. And then once you get your bag, choose the man you want. You setting them up for failure. They're not even doing the work. You're not even giving them you giving them A to Z. You're not giving them in between.
Right.
Really not helping them out. You're just talking shit. And they probably made bad decisions.
Yep. And they're not gonna tell you their bad
Yeah.
decisions. You figure it out. Mm-hmm.
So the reality is, this is asinine to me. Why would you not want to take care of a man, honor your man, support your man, but you're gonna kill yourself for a company that wouldn't even give two shits about you, or send a letter to your parents if you were to leave this earth tomorrow? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is, yo, I've said this before. This is all part of the plan. They know what they're doing.
Oh, they
Feminism
definitely
is
know.
feminism is part of the plan. So if they implemented all these things to break up the home, to control population, and etc. and etc. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More women are not valuing men and disrespecting men, and the same thing with men disrespecting women and not valuing women. You see what I'm saying? Women are more in their masculinity than femininity. Men are more in their femininity
Mm-hmm.
than masculinity.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever gonna get together. They're
They're not getting that
they're
meeting point.
they're succeeding. They are succeeding.
Yeah. They
You
are
see?
succeeding again now too.
Because this is called gender role reversal.
Yeah.
There ain't no way there could be two masculines because there's no two CEOs in a company. This shit doesn't work.
Mm.
There needs to be a balance.
Yeah.
So
I
when
agree
a
with you.
man is really not in his role and a woman is really not in her role, it can never work. If she is in his role and he is in her role, it can never work. That is on a path to destruction.
Mm. Yeah.
This
There's
is what's going
confusion.
on. Whether it's the food that we're eating that's lowering testosterone,
Mm-hmm.
television shows, music, whatever, social media,
Yeah.
all of it is part of the plan for both genders. So how are
Definitely.
people gonna find themselves?
Yeah. By doing the homework, by doing the work.
Yeah, the
Yep.
work on themselves and
Yep.
educating.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
like that you gave the homework to Melissa, because I feel like a lot of people don't know how to do that work. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So that
That's
was
why I
good.
say a lot of people out here just talking shit. I'm tired of them.
Yeah.
They just get a microphone or go on a platform, social media, whatever, and they just talk shit. They don't know what they're really talking about. And I don't like it because you might have an array of younger women following you. You might
Mm-hmm.
have an array of younger men following you
Yeah, that you
and
influence.
listening to you. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
don't know who's looking up to you.
That's true. 100%.
Words are powerful. Everything
Mm-hmm.
is energy. My thoughts right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking of other things that will manifest into reality
Mm-hmm.
soon.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? All of that is energy. People need to understand that. Once you could get back into your divinity, all of this stuff will change.
You guys got to go back to that episode.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well,
Healing
healing,
Vibrations and
manifestation.
Manifestations Part 3.
Yeah.
All
All right.
right.
You
This
have
was a good
anything
show.
else?
Nope.
All
Just
right.
thank you for joining us tonight.
Yep. Once again, you are tuned into the Spoon Therapy Podcast.
Peace.
Peace.